Hey YouTube, this is Teen Techie, and today I will show you how to prototype in Figma. Make sure to stay tuned until the end because I will show you how to add animations to your prototype, allow for scrolling in order to make complicated prototypes. The first step is to create your own design in Figma. I've created a very basic social media app. Basically, the user can look at posts and comments, and they can access their profile with their own posts and comments as well. Step 2 is to figure out the flow of your app. What I mean by flow is the sequence of your design, or how your app works. In this case, the flow of my design is the user can either log in if they're a returning user, or sign up if they're a new user. Once they either log in or sign up, they will be redirected to the home page, which has a list of various posts that the user should be able to click on and read the entire text using the enlarged post page. Additionally, when they go to the home page, they should be able to click on their profile and should redirect them to their profile page. Something to note is that you should include a navigation bar so that the user can easily navigate to all the pages. Lastly, in the profile page, when the user clicks on the post tab, they should be redirected to the post tab, and when they click on the comments tab, they should be redirected to the comments tab as well. The third step is to create the connections. The connections are what make the app interactive. It tells Figma what should happen if you interact with a certain element. It is similar to an if-then statement. For example, if the user taps on the login button, then they should be redirected to the home page. In order to create these connections, you have to go to the right-hand side and click on the prototype tab. Then, to create a connection, you have to click on the element that you would like to make interactive, for example, the login button. Hover over the side, click on this plus button, and drag the arrow to wherever you want the user to be redirected to, in this case, the home page. Something to note is that connections not only apply to buttons, but they can also apply to text, images, shapes. Also, note that in order to delete a connection, all you have to do is select the connection and then click delete on your keyboard. I'm going to go ahead and finish the connections. Now that you have finished creating the connections, the next step is to test the prototype. You can personalize the preview of the demo by clicking outside of your design and going to the right-hand side. You can specify the type of design that you would like to demo the app on, and you can specify the orientation as well, whether you want it in portrait mode or landscape mode. You can also specify the color of the device and the background color of the demo. All the changes that you make are updated instantly in the preview picture so that you can see how the demo would look. In order to actually test your prototype, you can click on the play button and it opens up a demo page for you. Then the key to making sure that you thoroughly test the prototype is really to click on and test each and every part of the app. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the app. And if it opens up to a random page like the home page, all you have to do in order to get to the login page or the first page in your prototype is click on R. Okay, now we are redirected to the login page. So first of all, I'm going to check this don't have an account and sign up. We're going to see if we can go directly. Okay, great. We're now at the sign up page. I'm going to try the same thing for this same text down here for the login page. And then I'm going to click on login. It should, yes, and it redirects me to the home page. However, it looks like I can't scroll here. So that's one adjustment I need to make. I'm going to go ahead and test this profile icon. And yes, it redirects me straight to the profile page. I'm going to go back to the home using this navigation bar. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this first post here. And great, it enlarges the post for me. And when I click out of here, it should bring me back to the home page. Okay, that's great. And then next we're going to go back to the profile page and test the tabs. So I'm going to click on comments and it should bring me the comments tab. I click on post, it also brings me to the post tab. Alright, so now we've gone through and it looks like everything's worked, so it's time to move on to step 5. So the fifth step is to make adjustments based off of your observations from your test, which is why I say to thoroughly test your prototype. Okay, so from this design, as I think I noted before, first of all, it does not allow me to scroll through these posts, and I'm not sure if you can see it here, but the posts actually extend beyond this page, so I want the user to be able to scroll through their post. The second thing is that once the user scrolls, I want the navigation bar to still stay fixed at the bottom of the screen. So first I'm going to show you how to allow the user to scroll through the home page. In order to allow scrolling on a specific page, because maybe you don't want scrolling on every single page, you have to click on that specific page. So in this case, I want to click on the home page. You go to the right hand side under scroll behavior. And now as you can see, next to overflow, it says no scrolling, and we need to basically just change that. So you click on the drop bar and you can select vertical scrolling because I want the post to be able to go up and down. However, you can also allow for horizontal scrolling and even scrolling in both directions. So I'm going to go ahead and click on vertical. So now the user should be able to scroll. The second thing I mentioned is that while the user scrolls, I would like the navigation bar to stay fixed at the bottom of the screen. In order to do that, all you have to do is select the navigation bar, and then you go to the right hand side again under scroll behavior, and instead of scroll with parent, which basically means that the element would scroll along with the user, you want to change this to fixed. Now there's also sticky, which is it scrolls until it reaches the top of the screen, but in this case we want it fixed because we want it to stay at the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and select fixed. Alright, so the sixth step is to add animations to the connections. Now all of the connections that I've created thus far are just in the default, which is basically where when you click on one object it instantly brings you to the navigation page, but there are also tons of animations such as sliding in and out, fading in or out, in order to make the animations just look a little better. So in order to create animations, all you have to do is hover over and then select the specific connection that you want to animate. And as you can see under this kind of animation tab, there are several things that you can go ahead and customize to make it really personalized to what you want to see. So at this top, it says on click. Now there are several options that you can have. This entire prototype has been based on clicking, but if need be, you could have it on drag, while hovering, while pressing, key gamepad whenever you press enter, press leave, down or up. These would all be kind of triggers for the interaction or the connection. Next, you have navigate to. In most cases, the purpose of the connection will be to navigate to a specific page. However, there are a lot of other different options. So there's set variable, which is more complicated. Make sure to comment in the comment section below if you want me to do a tutorial where you create connections by setting variables. You can have a conditional. You can scroll to a specific spot. You can have it open a specific link, open overlay, swap overlay, or close overlay. So next, you can kind of specify where you want it to navigate to. In this case, it would be sign up page, or if I were to click on login, it would allow me to navigate to the home page. And this is kind of what you're doing when you're dragging. You're just telling it where you want it to navigate to. But if you click on this drop bar, there are multiple options for animations. So as I mentioned before, there's instant, but there's also dissolve, smart animate, move in, move out, push, slide in, and slide out. And you can go ahead and kind of experiment with all of these animations, and you can kind of select which ones you think look the best. And something super cool when you kind of select these animations, for example, dissolve, it gives you a neat little animation here as to how it would look. Or if I selected slide in, it's going to give you an animation there. And then you can further customize these animations. So if I have slide in, I can either have it slide in to the left, I can have the page slide in from the right, down, or up, and go ahead and do it from the left. And then you can animate the matching layers, and then you can have it ease out, ease in, which is basically all about like the acceleration of the movement. You can have it linear so that it's just at a constant speed the entire time. And then you can actually specify the duration of this animation. Right now it's at 300 milliseconds, but you can lengthen that time or shorten that time. Lastly is state management. So you can have reset scroll position so that, for example, if when I click on login page, it automatically resets the scroll position so that the home page, it's not scrolled all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and add animations for each connection kind of arbitrarily just so that you can see how they look. So I've gone in and added the animations, and the last step is just to do a final test to make sure that everything is working. So we're not going to click around and do it as thoroughly as our first step, but we're just going to log in, and as you can see, we have that slide in animation. So now as you can see, the user can now scroll up and down the home page. And additionally, when they scroll, the navigation bar is fixed at the bottom of the screen. And if we click around, we can also see all of these different types of animations. If this video was helpful, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. It really helps. Like this video and comment down in the comment section below what other Figma video suggestions or any video suggestions you have in general. And thanks for watching.